President Trump left the White House today to visit parts of California that were devastated by those massive wildfires. However, before departing, the president spoke to reporters about his cabinet and the battle that's taking place inside the Democrat Party to be the next Speaker of the House. One America's Neil W. McCabe has more from the White House.
President Donald Trump left the White House early Saturday morning for Beale Air Force Base. Beale is roughly 100 miles northeast of San Francisco and is right by the huge Carr fire. There's also a staging area for Air National Guard assets fighting the fire, as well as the drones that are acting as eyes in the sky for firefighters. Military personnel at Beale are ordered indoors, and when they do go outdoors, they must wear N95 masks. These are masks rated to filter out at least 95% of particles in the air. At Beale, the president meets with California Governor Jerry Brown and incoming Governor Gavin Newsom, as well as firefighters and survivors.
The federal government is behind you. We're all behind each other. I think we can truly say, Jerry, right? And Jerry and I have been speaking, and Gavin and I have now gotten to know each other, and we're all going to work together, and we'll do a real job. But this is very sad to see it. As far as the lives are concerned, nobody knows quite yet. We're up to a certain number, but we have a lot of people that aren't accounted for. Hopefully this is going to be the last of these, because this was a really, really bad one. And I know Gavin's committed, we're all committed, I'm committed to make sure that we get all of this cleaned out and protected.
Of course, it is a relief that this visit is after the election so the president can focus on the humanitarian crisis and not get pulled into wildfire politics. The president also spoke about changes he could be making in his cabinet. President Donald Trump still has decisions to make about who replaces Jeff Sessions as Attorney General. There are rumors that Homeland Security Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen is also in trouble. It is very common for presidents to make changes after their first 2 years, especially when you consider that many people who excelled during the campaign are rewarded with jobs in an administration, but working at the White House and in the administration is a completely different skill set. Here in Washington, Acting Attorney General Matthew Whitaker is seen as having the inside track to succeed Sessions. It is interesting that when Senate Republicans chose their leaders for the new Congress, they did not do that rules change that would have kept John Cornyn as the GOP whip. Majority Leader Mitch McConnell wanted that rules change because Cornyn was termed out, but instead Republicans made South Dakota's John Thune the new whip, and Cornyn is now the counselor to McConnell. Cornyn was in a position to grab a committee chairmanship, so this move is seen as staging the Texan as possibly a new attorney general if Whitaker cannot close the deal. The situation for Homeland Security's Kirstjen Nielsen is trickier because of her close relationship with White House Chief of Staff John Kelly. If Nielsen goes, Kelly has to go too. If Kelly goes, that restarts the battle for Chief of Staff between OMB Chief Mick Mulvaney and the Vice President's Chief of Staff Nick Ayers. Another name that the president talked about this morning was outgoing Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi. Trump is a huge fan of Bondi, and she is also talked about as possibly taking over Homeland Security. Neil W. McCabe, One American News at the White House.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.